everybody, this is Bronislava for HandMadeRukodelky. In today's video we will be knitting a hand warmer or a wrist warmer. This is the wrist warmer I'm talking about, and as you see, I'm usually, when I'm working on my projects or when I'm working on my computer, I am wearing always wrist warmer in the winter time. And even in the summertime, because my hand, when I'm working with the mouse, using the mouse, it gets so cold. This hand gets really cold. So this is what we will be working on, and I want to show you another one in here. I'll be talking about it a little bit in the video. And then I also in the past made these fancy ones, but I haven't written pattern for these yet. Okay, these, and look at these. Okay, these are also, so I really like to make wrist warmers and then give it to people as gifts, or hopefully I'll be selling actually some of them, because I made very simple ones for a Christmas sale. So hopefully I'll sell some, and that's it. So let's go and work on cool variegated wrist warmers. I will be using this scarfy yarn. By the way, I never get paid by these companies to produce all these videos, okay? But let me show you what I have done so far from this yarn. I made these wrist warmers. As you see, it kind of covers all the way to my thumb, basically, so this area gets nice and warm by wearing wrist warmers just like this. Okay, so I made two of them and I matched them. But when I was knitting another pair like this, and look, I love this one much better because it's so nice, variegated. I actually had to wind up a ball of yarn, and here is my ball of yarn that I wound. Okay, and actually all the way on the inside it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter until it gets this color. So I am using the darker color and then working up to the lighter color. I will make a knot for this one, okay, in here, and I will cast on 32 stitches, including this knot. So cast on 32 stitches, and we will be working in a round. So I cast it on 32 stitches, and I will start you with the beginning, and we will go and do knit one and purl one entire row, and this is the English style. Okay, so we will knit one. So we need to be here in the front with my yarn. Okay, and purl. Oops, can you believe it? It's not happening today. Okay, so we will purl one. Okay, there we go. Okay, and knit one. So yarn in the back and knit one. I'm getting tangled in here. Okay, so knit one and now purl one. All right, and I will show it to you also in continental style because I like that one the best. So this one is my purl, and let's go back. Oops, again, what's happening today? Okay, just to start you up, okay, and then we will, after I'm finished with my row, I will, what I will do is I will join it into a circle, okay? So when you're joining it into a circle, make sure that you do not twist it, okay? So knit one and purl one. Knit one and purl one. Okay, so I'll see you at the end of my row. I am finished with my row. All right, and what I will do is now I will distribute my stitches among 3 smaller double pointed needles. And since I have 32 stitches, I will do 10, 10, and 12. Okay, so I will do 10 on this needle, then 10 on next needle, and I will leave the 12 on this needle, which I will actually replace with a shorter needle later on. I have 10, 10, and 12 stitches here. All right. This is where I finished. I finished kind of like this, right? So I flipped it and we will connect it into circle. So we will flip it like this. And we need to have our yarn in the back. And I like to connect one of these last stitches, which I twist, and many of you already know that I do that. The ones that regularly knit along with me. Okay, this yarn needs to be under our stitch like this. Okay. And I spliced my yarn. Okay, now perfect. Okay, and now we will knit this one and the very first one together, otherwise you would have an extra stitch. Many of you also know that I do have you know, several videos for beginners. Okay, so if you don't know how to do this, if you want to refresh your memory, you could go and see my video where it's much more detailed. So I will knit my first 2 stitches together. So I have just 1 stitch in there instead of extra stitch, okay? And now I will continue doing knit and purl. So this is my purl and knit and purl and knit and purl. Okay, so knit total 25 rows of knit and purl stitches in the round. You see, now I will go and take my long one and change it into short one. And for all of you people who are working with circular needles, that's fine. Just if you, you know, if you want, you can use a magic loop to knit with circular needle. After you knit 25 rows total of knit and purl stitches, and we have 32 stitches all around, okay, we will knit 2 rows, just knit stitches. So in a first row, knit 32 stitches, in a second row, knit 32 stitches again. So I'll knit 2 rows, and then I will show you how to increase. All right, now we will increase. So first what we need to do is knit 8 stitches and then we will increase, okay? So knit 8 stitches. And as you see, I am showing it to you in English style. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and now we will increase. Basically, we will pick up yarn, and you can do it front to back or back to front. If you do it front to back, you need to knit through the back loop. Okay. If you do it the opposite, if you do it this way, back to front, then you need to knit it through the front loop. It's easier to go and do it through the back loop. So I will go and pick up front to back and then knit it through the back loop. Okay. Now I will do the same thing one more time in continental style. So I will knit 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and again I will increase I will pick up that yarn front to back and increase by 1 stitch, and I will knit that stitch through the back loop. Okay, and I will do this 2 more times. So you will increase in this row. Let me see how many stitches I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you will increase by 4 stitches. Okay, 3, and front to back and knit through the back loop. Okay. All right, very good. So now after this increased row, we will knit 4 more rows. So in each row, you will knit 36 stitches, and you will do that 4 times. When I'm finished with my 4 rows, we will increase again. However, we will increase differently. So now knit 4 rows. So I knitted my 4 rows, all right, and what we will do now is we will knit 18 stitches and increase by 1, and then we will do the same thing. We will knit 16 stitches and increase by 1, and let me go and show it to you in English style. So we will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16, 17, 18. Okay, and now we will increase, all right? So again, front to back and knit through the back loop. Knit through the back loop. Okay, through the back loop. And now we will knit 16, and I will do that in my continental style. I will knit all the way over here, and this is where I will go and increase at the end of my row. Okay, so I will do this real quick. Just bear with me, knit all the way to this end of the row right here. And let me show you how I will again front to back and through the back loop. Okay, and we increased at the end of the row. Okay, very good. So now we will knit 4 rows again, and since we increased by 2 stitches, we will knit 38 stitches in each row. So knit 38 stitches 4 times, 4 rows. Okay, and when I'm done, I will show you how we will be finishing up our hand warmer, wrist warmer, and hand warmer too. All right, I'm finished with my 4 rows, and now we will switch into purling. So we will purl this entire row. Let me see, this way. We have to purl that way. So we will just purl entire row. Okay. Oops. just every single stitch in this row. Purl 38 stitches now, because we added those 2 stitches, you remember. So we will purl 38 stitches. Let me go and switch to my continental style because I am so clumsy with purling at the moment. Okay, and hold on one second. This looks weird. This needle needs to be this way so it doesn't look weird, you see. Okay, so we will go and purl entire row. So my entire row is purled. Okay, and what we will do now is we will knit entire row. So knit entire row. And I don't think I have to show you in English style again. You can do it on your own if you're an English knitter. Okay, English style knitter. And because I can do it, but as you know, again, I'm not extremely elegant in knitting and purling English style. I don't even try to get really good at English knitting because I'm not gonna be using it. I just use it for showing to all you people who really like to knit English style. All right, so here I am, finished with my row, knitting entire row, and we will purl this next row again. So purl entire row, purl 38 stitches. And when I am finished, we will bind off. All right, so this is the end of my purl row, okay? And we're starting new row, and this new row is actually going to be a bind off row, and we will do it with the knit stitches, okay? So we will knit first 2 stitches, and then we will bind off 1 stitch. We will knit next and bind off. By the way, for all the people who are interested in beginners videos, I do have a playlist for beginners, okay? So you can go and check those beginners videos as well if you're learning. This video is really not for complete beginner. You really have to already know how to do few things before you start doing this, okay? See, this is my last stitch. I took my needle off, put my hook in, and then I will go under these stitches right in here, this, and I will crochet this. Okay, so kind of connect it together and make an extra knot. Cut this, and then I will use my needle and I will weave it in here on the inside, and the same thing in here with this tail. Okay, so as you see, I am finished with my video of my wrist warmers. Okay, we need to keep our wrists and this part of the hand nice and warm so we don't get carpal tunnel. Okay, and as you see, I already showed you before, but these are also made from this yarn. You see, from this yarn, and I still have enough for a hat, so I'll be knitting a hat. And these are my wrist warmers, which are gonna be great for a gentleman, because I use the darker shade from that yarn, okay? And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you every one of you for sharing my videos, for commenting, okay, engaging with the community of knitters and crocheters, and I will see you another time.